Good evening, everybody. Am I on?
Yes, you are, Rhonda.
Okay, good. I just want to welcome you all tonight just to a night of health and hope. And, for those of you who are looking to take back your health and just what is this journey all about? What does it even look like to take back your health? And also just to hear stories of other people who have made that decision recently, what a difference that has made in their lives. So we're super excited about you being here tonight. I'd love to introduce to you my health coach, Paula. Paula Holt is a certified health coach, and she is going to kind of take away the meeting for us right now and introduce just a little bit more about our program and who we are and about herself. So thank you all for being here tonight. We hope you enjoy this next 30 minutes.
Thanks, Rhonda. Hey, I am just so excited for the people who are on here tonight just to share with us in creating health and what we're looking for. Excuse me one moment. I just had a little glitch on my little screen, but that's okay. But I just want to tell you a little bit about me. I've been health coaching for 5 years now, and it has been such a privilege to assist people to freedom and breakthrough. It's something I would have never saw myself doing 10 years ago or even 6 years ago, but I feel extremely blessed just to be part of some changes in hundreds of people's lives. And so we're going to share a little bit about that tonight with you. And we hope that we will just inspire you to make changes and to reach out for help if that's the direction that you want to go. So when we talk about healthy, what is Take Shape for Life, I want to ask you, what is true health to you? If you're looking at this diagram right now and you're seeing healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy finances, that's actually what it's looking like when you talk about a balanced life. Why don't you take just a quick moment and score yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not so good and 10 being amazing. Because when we look at healthy body, that's eating right and being at a healthy weight, being off medications and being active, just sleeping well, feeling good. Where are you on that? And then if we go over to healthy mind, what's that looking like? No stress, time for your family, time to pursue the things that you desire, maybe giving back, volunteering, and just finding fulfillment. And then finances. Finances are one of the biggest stress producers and actually causes of divorce. So it's a big deal that we want to look at that when we're looking at health in general. Not only are we hoping to create a life of abundance, but on the negative side, poor health actually really affects finances, or unhealthy mind affects finances. Because what does that mean? More trips to the doctor, medications are expensive, maybe time off work. So it really is important when we look at all 3 aspects together. When we had our furniture store a few years ago, I would have said my healthy body, maybe a 4. I would have put my healthy mind at I don't know, probably a 4 or a 3 because I was under extreme stress. And then finances, yeah, maybe they were okay. But you know what? It really didn't matter if one aspect was okay, if the other 2 were really failing. I just felt like my life was totally out of balance. So this is a picture of me 5 years ago. On the far left, I honestly look at that and I don't even know who that girl is anymore. When I found this program, I didn't really know if I could. I knew I could probably lose weight, a few pounds, but I didn't know what I would experience as far as how I felt. And I remember that first week when I looked at the scale and I saw the change. It was like, I was like, I don't know, it sounds silly, but it was just like such hope and sunshine started blooming inside of me that I just felt like, oh my gosh, this is different. And not only was it the scale moving, but I started to physically feel different, and even just in that first week. And I've always enjoyed playing hard in activities, and I had become that mom I never wanted to be. The one who sat on the sidelines and said, "Oh, I'll just watch you." I'd always been out playing with my kids, snow skiing or wakeboarding, and that was that was a big deal. I found myself saying, oh, it's okay, I'm too tired. And you know what? I've lost 30 pounds, but more than anything, what I've gained is a life of abundance. And I definitely feel healthier in my 50s than I ever did in my 30s and 40s. So just feel so blessed just for the changes. I'd like to introduce you to someone else on the line who has an amazing story. Rhonda, would you share with us your story?
Yes. Yeah, in October of this last year, actually it was about September when I came to this realization that I either was having a midlife crisis or maybe I was absolutely just going crazy, but I knew that I was getting way out of control with my weight. I didn't know how to function anymore. I would actually forget where I was. Like I would be driving somewhere and I couldn't remember what was I supposed to do. The stress level was so great and all the tasks were piling up on me. It was affecting my marriage. It was affecting my finances. It was affecting my relationship with my children and people around me. I started to actually not like people, and being a worship leader at a church, that's really not a great place to be. And I do public relations for authors and speakers, and that was not a good place to be, thinking I can't help another person. And so I literally got to this point that if I don't do something, if I don't get help, I'm not going to make it much farther. And I literally just cried out, I need help. And I met Paula. And, at first I kind of fought it. I was like, I need help, but I don't know if I need that help, like, health coaching, whatever. I didn't know what that meant to me at the time, but I suddenly stopped and I said, but I asked for help, and here's this person. I should explore this. And I do have to say it was the single most best decision of my life. I've never experienced health. I like Twinkies. I would say I would go to the gym if you offered me a Twinkie. Like, is there something in it for me? I made fun of people that were healthy. I didn't like the smell of Whole Foods. I thought it smelled weird. Like I couldn't even imagine what health looked like. But here I was, 50 pounds overweight, and wondering, can I even do this? So I set a small goal. I said, I'm going to do something reasonable. I've weighed in the 160s before, so I'll lose 30 pounds. And I think it was about December. I'd already lost 27 pounds, even through the holidays. I was immediately feeling better, like a fog just lifted. And I realized it was foods. It was what I was putting into my body that was affecting me on a daily basis. I started to have relationship and conversations with my husband in a new way. And I apologized to my children and my family. Like, I didn't know. I didn't know I was acting this way. And so when I got close to 27 pounds, realizing that 30 pounds was just 3 away, I said, I can so do this. I can do this. And that part was amazing to break through. I'm now at 39 pounds. I think I have about 5 more to lose, maybe 10. I don't know. I don't know what things weigh, but if I had to guess. And literally from October until now, I have become an entirely new person. And what's amazing to me is to hear other people say, that's the Rhonda I used to know. That's the Rhonda we've all been missing, because I found myself again. And for that, I'm extremely grateful.
Rhonda, thanks so much for sharing. I was thinking when you were talking, if I'm not mistaken, you actually were having some, was it back pain when you first began? And
yeah, I had surgery in my lower back, and I got in a car accident. So I have a bulging disc in the middle of my back, and I was taking medications all the time. Like if I got hurt, obviously I was taking heavier medications, but daily, Advil, Aleve, Benadryl, something to get me to sleep. So I tried to like wrestle through the pain. I don't think I slept for years. And on the 3rd day of plan, actually, something just clicked. I became tired and I slept full nights. And within 5 or 6 days, I absolutely wasn't taking Advil anymore. All of a sudden it dawned on me that I don't have pain. And I still, to this day, guys, I mean it, I have not had to take anything. I even wear heels and things now, because I feel like I just don't hurt everywhere. My legs don't hurt, my feet don't swell up. So the effect of inflammation was huge. I didn't expect that. but it actually is one of the most amazing things for me, is to have freedom from pain.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. Inflammation. People are surprised in our program of how quickly that comes down. Generally, that's not the reason they begin the program, but it's like this surprise that they weren't expecting. Yeah. So when you're thinking about your health in your life, you know, many of us, I think I was there. I was thinking, okay, this is just how you feel when you went through menopause. I'm just like all my other friends. I'm tired. The spark had kind of went out of me. Rhonda was talking about the same thing. And I guess we're here to tell you tonight, don't give up on your dreams. There's something within you that is meant to be alive and enjoy life and to thrive, not to just exist. And so we just want you to just to open a little glimpse of what's possible and just see where that leads you. You know, what's really cool about our program, it's a little different than most. Take Shape for Life, it's just a whole new approach to well-being. We're actually a lifestyle and a health program that happens to include a weight loss component. You can see here, step 1, preparing for your journey. You know, you're getting ready, you're getting your mind, maybe where some of you are tonight listening to this. Step 2 is reaching a healthy weight. You can see that that's only step 2, but we don't stop there. That's where most diet programs, and that's kind of how sometimes people think of this until they know the full scale of what we offer. That's where most programs stop, but that's where we just begin to take off. We're going to transition you into healthy whole foods and learning habits of health to make it a sustainable change. We're all about lifestyle change, not just a quick weight loss. So if you're here to look for another diet, you're kind of in the wrong place, you know, because diets don't work. 85% of people who go on a diet gain their weight back. So why do you want to get healthy? That's the most important question to ask yourself. Why does it really matter? If it's just so I'll feel better, that's really not going to take you through to the long run. Because Rhonda talked about in the first 3 days she felt better. Okay, so then have you reached it? No. But what would you like it to look like for you? Imagine if I could wave a magic wand and you were at your high school weight. I mean, I know many people think that that's impossible, but it happens to all of us. It's very, very possible, and it's very possible quickly. But what if a week from now you woke up and you were at your hospital weight? What does that mean to you? What types of activities would you do? How much energy would you have to be with the people that you love and enjoy life again and start to experience good feelings? Maybe you would be off medications that are lifestyle related, diabetes, blood pressure, CPAP machines. The list goes on and on of the transformations we get to see. I just want you to open your heart and imagine, what if this plan worked? I'd like to bring on Willie. Would you share with us your story and the change? You've walked beside Rhonda and you've seen. First of all, we'd like to hear from your side. How is it like living with this woman who went through this amazing transformation? Not just physically. I know that she's beautiful before and after, but how does that work into your home and then your transformation as well?
Hi, Paul. This is Willie. I'm Rhonda's husband. Getting to what has changed in our family dynamics is incredible. She has changed a lot, not just physically, but emotionally as well. It has been just a great journey thus far. I'll tell you, for me, I watched Rhonda go through this. I waited about a month before I started doing the program. And when she said that her back stopped hurting, I decided that, you know what, I'm going to do this. 1, I could lose some weight. 2, I had massive shoulder pain and from working at different jobs. And once I started taking the program and the plan and started following that, the pain in my shoulders actually went away. And I'm able to have more energy. I sleep a lot better. And Rhonda says I don't snore. So that's always a plus. When she's happy, I'm happy. So,
Willie, how much weight did you lose?
I'm down 26 pounds. 26
pounds. And I'm sure a couple belt buckle notches too.
I think last time Paul was at our house, I did mention to her that there is one downfall of this program. You have to kind of figure out what you're going to do with your old clothes that don't fit anymore. So that's the only downfall. But other than that, it's just an amazing journey.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Willie. Okay, so if you haven't saw some continuous information here, you're seeing inflammation. It goes down. It's amazing when you physically start to feel better, how the whole atmosphere of your home changes. The beautiful lady we're going to bring on next has an amazing story, and I can't wait for you to hear it. I just got to meet with her last week when I was up with Rhonda, and I was just amazed. So, April, would you come and just talk about the difference that has happened in your life in the last few months?
Yeah, so thanks for having me. So I was introduced to Take Shape for Life through Rhonda, my health coach, via Facebook. She was putting posts on about her weight loss journey. And I think on one of the posts she had said something to the effect of, having inflammation and pain reduced. So I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia back in 2007. And I thought, oh my goodness, if I could just get rid of 50% of that pain, it'd be worth it. Well, today I am at 90% rid of pain and so happy that I did this. So weight loss wasn't my primary goal. It was pain and inflammation. But happy to say I've also lost 29 pounds. Not complaining about that part.
April, what do you do for work?
I am an office manager at a dental clinic, specialty dental clinic, and it's
okay. Has it made
high stress, and so that adds to the fibromyalgia symptoms.
Okay. And has this made a difference even in just your work atmosphere or your home atmosphere? Can you just kind of share how different it is when you're feeling good?
Yeah, sure. So not having to deal with pain all the time kind of takes the edge off. You don't feel like you're in fight or flight all the time. So you just, I've kind of mellowed through it. I think my family's happier. I'm happier. My boss is a bit happier. It's just been incredible. So weight loss is great through this, but it's so much more. The inflammation and pain has just changed my life.
Oh, well, thanks for sharing that. And your picture's beautiful too. And you're not the only one Willie's not the only one who's had to buy new clothes, I'm certain.
Oh, no, I've gone through several.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Can I add to that, Paula?
Yeah, absolutely.
I seriously remember the day I got a text from April. She's like, I just got out of bed this morning, and I'm thinking, nice, and she's like, it didn't hurt. And I cried, just to know that it had that effect. April was such a big deal for me. And that is one of the biggest, because you know what? I started coaching and doing the program just about the same time, literally, because I thought, wait, this will help me. This is going to help me on my journey, but I want to help my friends and family. And when I saw what an impact that yes for me made, and to watch you start to feel better, I cried. I mean, I've seen so many things happen, and it just inspired me. I thought, this is what I'm doing it for. This is what it's all about. This is why we pay it forward, because man, what progress for the pain level that you have, and you can't take medicine. So that's a big deal for you to live pain free.
Huge. Yeah. Thank you again.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, and just exactly what they were just sharing it reminds me of this stool that we're here. The three-legged stool is really important. Obviously, it doesn't stand on two legs by itself. So that healthy mind, being ready and being wanting to actually make changes. And then working with the health coach, having that accountability partner, that person who comes alongside as encouragement, and then having that nutritional eating plan. Yeah, it's a pretty amazing trifecta. So that's what I want to just take about 5 minutes and share with you about that. So first of all, we start with support. We're going the wrong way. Excuse me. Wow. Okay, now we're going the right direction. Excuse me. So we start with support. Having a health coach walk alongside you is a huge part. It was really important part for me. If we could do it by ourselves, we already would have. But most people, we try things, and then a week later, we're like, oh, I don't feel like it, or that's too much work. And you have that health coach who believes in you and for you and helps you to dream again. So not only are they an encourager, an accountability partner, and a cheerleader, and it's someone to celebrate the small wins and the big wins, but walking beside you. And then also the support of this program. We have a large online support and a lot of helps just to make sure that you're successful and that there's as much as you want to be involved in. And then the second aspect, which is actually really one of our key components, is the education. Dr. Anderson is the co-founder and medical director of Take Shape for Life. He is the leader in optimal health. He wrote Habits of Health in 2001 when he left critical care he said, you know what, I can't just keep putting another Band-Aid on. This is not what I went to medical school for, to hand out another prescription and help people live longer when they're not even enjoying life anymore. And so his mission is to create a healthy America. And he wrote the Habits of Health book, which is amazing because it's written by a doctor, but it's really easy to understand for all of us. He takes simple things, but he makes them come alive again. And then when you work that along with the workbook that comes with it, it really helps you not only hear it, but apply it. Apply the principles. Understand what triggers are and maybe emotional eating, or even understanding how to shop again and what glycemic index, and a lot of words that don't seem like they mean much, but they mean a lot when it talks about when we're thinking about getting healthy for the rest of our lives. And then, okay, wow. So we have this amazing, simple fuel plan. If it was hard, I don't think too many people would do it. But I would have to say, and Rhonda is coaching on here with me, probably 98% of the people, when I say, what do you love about the plan? It's like, it's easy. So we have a super simple meal plan. It really involves eating 6 times a day. We're going to eat about every 2 to 3 hours. And there's 2 plans. If someone is on their weight loss journey, the 5-in-1 would be the plan for them. But other people come to us and they're at a healthy weight, but they don't have their nutrition under control. They're not eating at all because they're trying to keep themselves thin, not understanding the importance of fueling ourselves to make us feel good. So it's a balanced nutrition, tastes great. There's like over 70 choices. But to us, this is just a tool. The Habits of Health is the main component. Your health coach is the next main component. And the meal plan, oh yeah, it totally works. But if that's all we did, it would just be a diet and we would fall back into old patterns. So we really do view it as just a tool. It's simple. So basically a 5-in-1 means that we're using 5 meal replacements. Think of them more as a grab and go. Not a lot of prep, either open the package or maybe add water. Easy. And then the lean and green is basically a practice meal. We're learning again what portion sizes, and how to fuel ourselves with a good balance. Our portion sizes have changed in our country, and amount of meals and quantity, bigger and bigger, but less quality of food. So learning to eat again. Our program's amazing. Most people find that they save money. It's about $12 a day during your full weight loss stage because you're moving your groceries. You're no longer buying groceries at Fred Meyer's or Costco. Well, maybe this lean and green, which is 5 to 7 ounces of a protein, 3 servings of a vegetable. Other than that, everything's with you. So no need to drive through Starbucks in the morning and get a double chocolate mocha. And by the way, add a big muffin. Okay, $7.95. And then lunchtime. Oh, I'm too tired because I'm exhausted, so I didn't bring anything. Okay, I'll run out for a sandwich or a hamburger and fries. And so it's very easy to spend considerably more than $12 a day on eating. And guess what? You go home from work and you're tired. So what do? You drive through and get takeout. And so it's just a constant, ongoing battle of how to eat healthy in our society where it's polluted with unhealthy food. So ask yourself these simple questions. Can I eat every 3 hours? Can I drink a lot of water? Do I want the support of someone who's gone through this before? Do I really want to be healthy? Do I care? And if you said yes to those, you're ready to get started. In Take Shape for Life, as we talked about, we're about 3 aspects, not only physical health, but financial and mental health. And you heard the other stories of when we physically start to feel better, amazing how it changes our atmosphere and our mind and how we view things and how we handle stress. guess what? We also, when we feel better, we're not missing work as much. We're not taking as many prescriptions. We're not running to the doctor. And honestly, if you're thinking about health insurance and life insurance, all of that goes down too. And the most important thing is you're enjoying life with your family again. So I love this picture. It has this family, and who's counting on you to be your healthiest? It may not be your family. It may be your parent that is aging and they need you to be there to take care of them. Maybe it's your business and you just can't handle it very much anymore. You're exhausted. But most people find the satisfaction in getting healthy so that they can enjoy the people that they love. You know, health is extremely contagious. I love this picture, and I want Rhonda to come on and talk about it. But this picture over on the left is one of Rhonda's prize stories.
Yeah, the picture to the left is my daughter Riley. She's 15. And, you know, for a long time, it's been interesting. She's really kind of been an advocate in our home. Quit buying junk food. Please don't put that in there. If you buy it, I'll eat it, but don't buy it. And, you know, she's really been good about that. But you know, I grew up in a house where canned milk and sugar and butter, I mean, those just were incorporated in every meal, right? That's how we eat. And so, you know, it was really hard for me to like change my ways, even though I felt I was eating pretty healthy, trying to stay balanced. You know, I still was kind of about the junk food. And so to have Riley watch me go from absolutely a crash, like an absolute crash, and to turn around, and literally, I think I said, but 10 days probably into plan, I literally apologized to my family about my attitude. And Riley had been watching this the whole time. And I think it was the beginning of the year, maybe in January, she kind of broke down in tears one day and started crying. And she said, I just want to feel good too. And so, you know, Riley wasn't really overweight. I mean, she's actually lost about 10 pounds now, eating clean and feeling good, but she's been so much more balanced for school. And, you know, at first I thought maybe she was crying because she thought she was just heavy and maybe people were teasing her. She didn't feel good in her clothes. And maybe that was part of it. But Paula actually just asked her last week, Riley, why did you want to get healthy? And she said, I just saw what my parents were experiencing and I wanted to feel healthy. And it's really made her feel good. And so I love that. I love that she has her focus, and we can clearly see it in attitude change and how she's able to handle her workload. She's a really good student. So that's been really awesome. And to the right-hand side, those are actually my grandbabies. Just a little plug, any chance that we can get as grandparents to share our children, right? And but you know what? Health is contagious. And you know what? I went from sitting on the couch directing my little grandchildren to go play here, go do that, don't touch this, somebody go pick up the baby, somebody go grab Aiden, to dancing on the floor with my grandkids, running around and doing, you know, like just being goofy with them and things like that because I can. And to know that I went from carrying them around and having all that extra weight to knowing that probably those two babies together weigh what I've lost. You know, it's just such a big difference. And so health is contagious. Everybody feels better, you know, in that aspect.
I love that. You know, and Rhonda, when mama gets healthy or daddy gets healthy, guess what? The whole family starts getting healthy because we start to recognize what healthy eating is like, and we also start to recognize bad habits. And I was thinking about your grandchildren. You know, they're going to grow up in a very healthy environment because you guys have chosen to change the whole lifestyle and the dynamics of your family. That's not happening. You know, childhood obesity is a really big problem in America, and we can all see that if we go to the school and look on the playground or go to the swimming pool. Children are struggling because we have such poor nutrition as far as the abundance of processed and junk food. And when one person gets healthy, it's amazing the ripple effect. Like, you get healthy, your friend says, wow, what are you doing? I want to do it. Or someone at the office says, well, I want to do it. But as long as everyone's kind of feeling bad together, no one notices. But when one person starts to get healthy, a lot of people are reaching out and asking for help. Really, are you ready to get healthy? Think about that. You know, you saw some before and after photos, but this one is for you. Imagine your before on the left and imagine your best you on the right. What would that look like? Would it be just Would it be like Rhonda where you could play with the grandchildren? We have many people who say, I just want to be on the floor to be able to play with my grandchildren. Or I want to be able to tie my shoes. Or I would love to travel again and not have to use a seatbelt extender. Or goodness sakes, I would love to be off all these medications or even oxygen. You know, it's just so much that we take for granted, but it can easily happen if we just take the steps to make some changes. One more thing. We talked about how to get healthy, but one more thing. When you do begin program, you'll be losing weight very fast. And people are going to ask you, what are you doing? Right? We're talking about contagious. Anyone sees anyone else doing something in the office, they're like, what are you doing? People are going to be asking because you're going to be losing fast. And you know, you can do a couple things. You can refer to your health coach, and they would be so appreciative and they would be honored to walk beside your friend, or you could decide to pay it forward. Most people pay it forward for a couple reasons. Your friends trust you, and if you do refer them to your health coach, they may or may not call. The other reason that is accountability. Rhonda talked about that a little bit, and that was one of the reasons I wanted to be a health coach. Was it's 5 times more likely to reach and maintain your healthy weight if you're a health coach. You know what? You're putting it out there. You're keeping yourself in front and putting yourself in that accountability. So think about that. Where do you want to go from here? We've just told you some amazing stories. We've given you just a glimpse of what's possible. You don't even have to believe that it'll work. Just trust us. Let us believe for you for a week or two, and when you quickly start to feel different, you can start to believe for yourself of what's possible again. So if you have any questions or you want to get started, reach out to the person who invited you. They would be happy to help you or give you the phone number to their health coach. Most of us, as we start to get healthy, we just want to help other people reach and feel what we're feeling. Love this closing quote from Henry James. It's time to start living the life you've imagined. And if you've tucked those dreams away, pull them back out and let's start living again. Thank you so much for joining us. We would love to see you join us in getting healthy.